Fantastic. So just a few quick things. We're going to run through some training things for this evening, and there will be plenty of time for questions at the end, logistic questions or specific questions that you might have. That's built in where you can either put it in the chat, and Kaylee is my amazing moderator tonight that's going to be watching that for me as well. So this is our logo for the Girl Scouts Kroger Be a Zero Hero. She's this amazing superhero, and we are so excited to launch this event this summer in conjunction with Girl Scouts and Kroger. Next slide, Kaylee. Okay, so first of all, a huge thank you for volunteering. This is a huge lift for Girl Scouts of Central Indiana. There are 65 Kroger locations. There are 3 time slots in the middle of summer, and we are so thankful for our amazing volunteers for filling in and just taking a whack at this and seeing how many girls we can register in these 2 days and really let them know all about Girl Scouts and all we can offer them and their families. So next slide. All right. Okay, so this is a big one. What does success look like with this event? Our goal is 1,000 qualified leads. Okay, so before we freak out about that 1,000 number, I want to break it down for you. Whenever I work with my staff, we talk about bite-sized pieces, right? So there are 65 locations with 3 shifts. What that means is we need 5 girls to register for a free membership per shift. We can totally do that. And what a qualified lead means, think back to the days when you were in college and someone sat at the table and they're like, hey, put your name on this card and I'll give you a free t-shirt. And sometimes you were truthful about your information. Sometimes you weren't because you really wanted that free t-shirt, right? Qualified leads, what that means is it's families that are truly interested in being a Girl Scout. We don't want to just register people for the sake of registering them. We want girls and their caregivers and their families to really be interested and really want to be a Girl Scout as opposed to just blanket registering people. That's not what we want. We want everyone to have a wonderful experience. And by doing that, we want to make sure that we qualify these leads. So next slide, please. Okay, so here's a few of the things that'll be really important for you. We want you to wear your favorite Girl Scout shirt or uniform. Girls in uniform are always a great conversation starter, especially for those that are nostalgic for Girl Scouts. And they would say, oh, my uniform looked different. Or, oh, I remember when I had a uniform like that. So if you have girls with them and they have a uniform, that would be great. Nothing official. You know, we know it's not a flag ceremony, but if they have a vest or a sash, that's fantastic. Or wear your favorite Girl Scout shirt. And I don't care which Girl Scout shirt it is. It can be a camp shirt that you love. It could be something from one of our past giveaways where we gave out t-shirts, but we want to make sure that we are identifiable as Girl Scouts. We are asking everyone to bring their own table. This falls right in line with our cookie booths. Kroger asked us as one of the things when we asked if we could do this is that we would supply our own table. Some Kroger stores have them available, some don't. And so it really just helps us to kind of be turnkey when we show up. And so we're asking you to bring your own table. Your campaign manager will get you your materials. Today was a great and exciting day at our office. There was a lot of buzz and energy as all of the staff came and started picking up all of these things. They look amazing. And there's just this kind of, it's like the back to school time when you get all of your school supplies. People are just super excited. And so they will work to get you the things that you need. Please arrive 15 minutes early. If you're the first session of the day, so on Tuesday or Saturday, go check in at the customer service table and just let them know that Girl Scouts are here. We're not here to bother you. We'll be out front. And that's really just letting them know that we are there. The table needs to be outside in the front of stores. We do know that sometimes the Kroger people are like, oh, you know what? It's super hot or it's raining. So come on in the vestibule and come on in. If you get that instruction, by all means, feel free if it comes from an official Kroger employee. Otherwise, our tables need to be outside in front of the store. I know that some people have previously asked if they could bring a pop-up canopy. If your Kroger doesn't have a shade and you want to bring one, you can. Just make sure that it's not obstructing anything that they might have for sale outside or any of the people that are trying to get into the store. We definitely don't want to block the door and be a fire hazard or be in their way. The Saturday morning setup, other than your table, can be left for the afternoon shift to tear down. They will take all of those materials with them. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is your stuff. There is a tabletop sign with the QR codes. It's a nice little free standing acrylic stand, and it has this great signage in it. On the sign, now this is really important. On this sign, there are two QR codes. One of those QR codes is for our free zero membership fee for girls and families to register through, and the other one is the Terracycle recycling program for Kroger. The larger of the two QR codes belongs to Girl Scouts. It's the very first one, because first and foremost, we want people to join Girl Scouts. And then we want to also tell them about Terracycle. And we'll get more to that later in this presentation. But in order for them to get the zero membership fee, they would need to open their camera on their phone and hold it up to a QR code. They can also use the text to join number, and it'll take them to the Kroger landing page where they can also then get the membership fee or the zero membership fee. But this QR code will take them directly and they can get registered. Now, this is what's interesting. So the QR code on the freestanding takes them to the zero membership fee. There's also a booklet. You see my next arrow, the Kroger Zero Hunger Activity Booklet. There's also a QR code in there. That QR code simply takes them to the Girl Scouts of Central Indiana join page. The reason being, we ordered 10,000 booklets because these look amazing. And in the event that we have extras, we didn't want to just have to toss them because this campaign had expired with the free membership. So if they're interested in the zero membership, they need to scan the QR code on the stand because the activity booklet will not take them to the free membership. The activity booklet includes a scavenger hunt they can do either at their home or in the grocery store. It has information about Terracycle, so it wouldn't hurt for you to open it up and kind of look through it so you're more well-versed in what the Terracycle program is. It has a quick activity from the Kroger Zero Hunger, Zero Waste. And it's just something fun that they can do while their caregiver is grocery shopping. There's also this A-frame sign. It says, "Ask me about Girl Scouts," and it has the text to join numbers in there in English and Spanish. The QR code on both of these also take them to an option for English or Spanish registration forms. We also will provide a tablecloth. There's free pens. They will either be orange or green, depending on which box your campaign manager grabbed. And they have the text to join on them. And there's also interest cards. So if a family isn't ready to join for the free membership, they can fill out an interest card and we will contact them. This is a limited time promotion with the zero membership fee. So we do want them to register as quickly as possible to make sure that they fall under the umbrella of those dates to get that zero membership fee. But if they're not ready, they can fill out those interest cards. So next slide, please. Okay, so just a few pointers for you. Greet everyone. You never know who might have interest. They may not have their kids with them grocery shopping. If you're like me, sometimes I just run in for a few things and the kiddos get to stay at home. They may be the caregiver at their house. They may be a grandparent that's interested. So we want to greet everyone. A great way to stop them. Hey, today and through the 17th, you can get zero membership fee to be a Girl Scout. Are you interested in joining Girl Scouts? We want to register girls and their families through this promotion. As I mentioned, that QR code on the table sign takes them to the free membership link, and the free link is available in both Spanish and English. We do have a limited number of books in Spanish, and we really targeted areas where our E&L department is really involved heavily with some of those Spanish booklets. And then the QR code, as I mentioned, takes you to the regular join page on our website. And please remember, this is a limited time promotion. This isn't the entire year where everyone gets free membership, that we want them to register by the 17th. It's really the 18th, which is the next day. We know we have some time frame, but really our promotion with Kroger is the 13th and the 17th. Next slide, please. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're also promoting Kroger's Terracycle recycling program. And the recycling program is actually really, really cool. So think of the plastic chip bags and those frozen vegetable bags, things that you don't really know what to do with when you're recycling. Everyone thinks of cans and glass, right? So they have this opportunity to recycle these things, these weird plastic bags that clutter people's wastebaskets. And there is a fundraising component to it that they will pay you to do some of the recycling. So this is a great also take action project, maybe for service units or for troops that would be interested. And we also want to tell people as they're coming in about this recycling program. Families will definitely learn more through the tabletop sign and the booklet. The booklet will tell them all about Terracycle. It'll tell them about the Zero Hunger, Zero Waste program at Kroger, where they can learn more information about that as well. And as I mentioned, families that aren't ready to join yet, they can text to join, and we'll put them in the funnel and give them more information and ways that they can get involved and register if they're not ready to commit right then. And they can also complete an interest card. All leftover materials. This is really, really important. If someone completes an interest card, we don't want it going into the endless pit of someone's car trunk, right? Like Girl Scout things have a way of living, if you're anything like me, in tubs and bags and boxes. And so we want to make sure that we really are able to contact these families that are interested. Additionally, as we use our resources wisely, we have a limited number of things for our Kroger events. So if you are working a Tuesday shift, we want you to work with your campaign manager to get everything returned by Thursday. And if you're working a Saturday shift, if the morning Saturday, you can leave that there. The afternoon Saturday, we want that all returned by the following Tuesday. We know that if we don't contact people within a really short window, they've moved on to something else. And we want to make sure that we capitalize and really pull them in and tell them all that Girl Scouts can do for them and their families. Next slide, please. So share your own Girl Scout story. You are our best storytellers. Tell them why you're in Girl Scouts, what you love about it. Girls are amazing storytellers. They can tell them about things that they're using their cookie funds for, amazing programs they've participated in, anything travel that you've done. Maybe they just have a really great troop experience that they want to share. But keep it brief. We're not trying to run anyone through someone's autobiography of Girl Scouts, right? They're at the grocery store. It's like when you see people coming at you at the mall, sometimes you put your head down or pull your phone out so you avoid eye contact and you don't have to talk to somebody. Keep it brief. We want them to get their groceries. We don't want to be bothersome, but we still want to get them signed up for Girl Scouts and recycling if that's something they're interested in. Then we want you to share the next steps if they do register. Girls and families that register will receive an email confirmation telling them what they can expect. We want to inform them that it can take a few weeks as our troops are returning to meeting in August. We want to make sure that we find them the most absolute perfect troop home, or if it's something where they're kindergarten, we're going to work on some troop formation and really form some new troops. And so it's not like Little League where you register on Monday and you're put on a team on Wednesday. There's definitely some coordination, and we're being very transparent in their confirmation email they're going to receive. We also are going to provide a link for our Girl Scouts at home in the meantime. So they have some activities that they can do while they wait. So we're not out of sight, out of mind. Some of these are quick things. Some of these are projects that take a little bit longer. That's continually been updated in the last year. So there's lots of great content for families to check out there. And there's also a soft ask for volunteers. We know that as we build troops and troops are successful, that you can't continue to put girls into troops without additional support and additional help. So there's a soft ask for them to volunteer as well. Next slide, please. Okay, so some important reminders. Your membership campaign manager picked up all the awesome stuff today, and they'll be in touch to deliver materials. If you've registered, if you're on this training, it means you've already registered. So they have your name, they have your email, they're going to be working with you to get those things. Please don't forget to bring your table. It's going to be really awkward when we have a tablecloth on the concrete ground and people have to squat down to scan a QR code. So we want to make sure that we do have a table, just like you do for your cookie booth, something that we can put all of this stuff on. Don't forget to wear your favorite Girl Scout or shirt or uniform. Share your personal Girl Scout story. We've got tons of them. I've heard amazing ones from all of you. So please continue to share those. Ask your girls to do the same. This is also a great opportunity for girls to talk to people. If my 16-year-old, God love her, she would rather text everyone in her life. And so this is a great opportunity for her to make eye contact and use her words. Leave your area clean upon leaving. Girl Scouts always leave it cleaner than the way we found it. We don't want to leave brochures stacked up. We don't want to leave trash. It's going to be hot. So if you have a plastic water bottle, please take that and clean up your snacks. If you have those, if you want to bring a chair, by all means, bring your camping chair so you have a seat. Return all leftover and completed materials to the staff person within 2 days. As I mentioned, we only have a certain amount of things. We didn't buy, 100 million A-frame signs for everyone. So we're sharing a lot of stuff back and forth. Important. Let's talk the money, right? So volunteers that are helping with this, we increased from $25 to $50, and we will ACH that to the troop account on file that we have for cookies. If you are a volunteer with no troop association, or you're one of our awesome alums that aren't currently a troop leader, you can choose a troop that you want to receive that $50 incentive. We're happy to ACH that to them as well, from you. It may take up to 4 weeks to process as we get all of these through. So please be patient with us, but we promise we will get it to you as quickly as possible. And then most importantly, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a huge lift, as I mentioned. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of time. We're super excited, and I can't wait to see the payoff as we cover our council and all of the Kroger stores and are able to talk to families about Girl Scouts as they're coming back out and doing things and registering for things, and school's getting started, and there's this new buzz and excitement. So thank you so, so much. Next slide, Kaylee. And then finally, it's time for questions. This is recorded, and then Kaylee, who is awesome, is going to also upload this to our YouTube channel. So it'll be a direct link that we can send out if there's something that you don't remember or you need to share with someone else. And we will have that to send to everyone as well, because we want to make sure that no one feels that we're blindly sending them to Kroger and they don't know what they're doing. So Kaylee, are there questions?
Yeah. A couple questions. Well, actually all the same questions, but 3 people asked it. Is the 0 fee for adults too?
Is anybody there that can answer that?
Or is it just for girls?
Okay, I'll just log into the question log. So if an adult is willing to volunteer in a capacity, then yes, they are eligible for the free membership. So in that, our amazing new placement coordinators will be the ones that are following up with all of these. And so if there is a volunteer or an adult that is not volunteering, is just looking for a free membership, that'll be a separate conversation. But typically we allow free memberships for adults that are willing to volunteer in some capacity with a troop or with a service unit. So yes, I'm going through the questions. So marketing tools, that's a great question. We have paid social media ads that we have on social media outlets on Instagram and Facebook. We are working with Indie Child, who also is promoting these events for us. Dina is on here as well, who can also speak to this. We are using some additional things with our text to join number. So they will receive that information when they text that join number. It'll take them to the Kroger information instead of just a generic join page. So it'll take them to the Kroger landing page. So it's on our own pages. People have been sharing it. We have the QR code that has been handed out at parades. There's these little quarter sheets that membership campaign managers have to take to parades. So there's lots and lots of ways that we're trying to get this information out to our families at Kroger. Let's see here. I'm sorry, as these questions are scrolling, there is not currently a patch that coincides with this event. There is a Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Kroger patch, but we don't have anything specifically for this event. By all means, we have some social media things that we can send to schools and ask them to send out to families. Our volunteers are our best mouthpiece. So if you have those relationships and you want to send this out, that would be amazing. You can work with your campaign manager. And they have some additional toolkit items and flyers that they could send you as well that might be better than some of our social media ads for coloring and some other graphics. If I invited lapsed girls to rejoin. Yes, a lapsed girl will qualify for this. And the landing page takes them actually to a WUFU form. That's what we're using for our registration. So if anyone doesn't know what that is, so if they go through the Kroger page, however, this is not eligible for current members to use for renewal. This is just for lapsed girls who put a pause on their membership last year, or for new members. We are using our events in GS events. With the Facebook events, those are typically our own Facebook pages or our internal members. So we don't get a lot of traction when we post something to our GSCI page because they're typically existing members. So we have not added that to Facebook events.
Hey, Christy. Hey, Christy.
So the cookie booth is the table, and meaning you had to provide your own table. It's going to be hot. If you need water with kiddos, I am happy to have them water. Obviously, we don't want a mouthful of food if we're talking to someone. If you have a snack, you would step away from the table, so you're not talking with a mouthful of food as you're also talking about Terracycle and joining Girl Scouts. But if you are working a Saturday shift, by all means, if you need to have some snacks, I love snacks like the best of them. So feel free, using your own discretion for a water bottle and some snacks. That does not bother me. No, cookies may not be sold during these events. That is not what this is for. This is not any kind of sale. And we promised Kroger when we were doing this that this is us utilizing their space to talk about their Terracycle, and we get to then, as a reward, get to talk about joining Girl Scouts. So no, we are not selling anything. There will be no kind of transaction for any of these. So there is a Facebook event created by council, but the Tuesday time is incorrect. I don't know about that. So I will look into that for you. Are there any other questions? I know we rolled through those really, really quickly. Is it a good idea to have troop photos? If you have something small, we're really trying to keep that so that since the table is outdoors, we don't want anything blowing off, and we really were trying to create a consistent look to our tables. If you have something small you want to share, you have a photo album that you want to bring along to personalize it, that is completely fine as well. Girls do not have to wear a vest or sash, but they do need to wear a Girl Scout t-shirt if they're not wearing their vest or sash. The uniform is a great talking point. It makes people nostalgic. They had uniforms. It brings people over. So yes, if you have a uniform, it would be great. I also know it's going to be very hot, so a Girl Scout t-shirt would be fine. If you could bring small crafts, probably not. There isn't a lot of room on a table. So you can talk about that. That's a great story to tell, but I probably wouldn't have many additional things on the table other than what is shown in the picture. Let's see here. Chantel, you can work with your campaign manager and we can talk about that, and we can help you get your bank account set up if we need to. But we can work with you on that. Lots of great questions. I'm happy to answer them. So in the picture, it was a card size table. That's great. That's what I'm using. So a card size card. Yes, that's perfect size. Let's see, is there anything that girls? I don't know. Are you meaning, it says mentally handicapped? Do you mean for this event or just in general program opportunities? If that's something you want to email me about, if it's just program opportunities, we can talk about that. So Lorene, about choosing a specific troop, I'm not sure if they can. I think there's a spot for notes that they might be able to choose a troop if they'd like to. I know we had a few that did that, but I don't know if they emailed and said that. But if they have the troop number, they can put that on there and they can do their best. Now what's tricky is that troop has to, in the catalog, say that they're accepting members and they're open for them to be placed in there. Otherwise, all girls will be placed on the wait list temporarily until they get approval to be placed into a troop if they choose. If everyone, that's probably something that someone may not understand, is that troops choose how many girls they want to have in their troop. And then after they hit that capacity, then they are considered full. And if they haven't updated that, then we can't place them in without a conversation. So that's something we can check on. All great questions. Are there any other questions? No, you do not have to bring your whole troop. Please don't bring your whole troop, especially if you're really large. If you're bringing people, we'd like to adhere to the 2 adults, 2 girls, kind of like cookie booths. You can bring your own children to this event. Yes, by all means, this is your own Girl Scouts can attend that as well. It does not have to be your entire troop. No, 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 no. Great question. Great question. All right, it looks like we have all of the questions answered at this point in time. So can dads, I don't know why not. I mean, if it's a dad that's regularly involved with the troop, I would say absolutely. It's a great way to involve. This is a great way to involve parents outside of the typical troop leader to help raise funds. We know that troop leaders are the gatekeepers and do a lot of things. And so this is a great way to engage additional parent and troop support. So by all means, that's completely fine. Next steps is that your membership campaign manager will be in touch to get you all of these items. And as always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to them. You can reach out to me. We're so excited to get this going and really kind of kick off our recruitment and Girl Scouts season. The adult does not have to be a registered volunteer for this event. Correct. There's no money being handled. We are talking to people about Girl Scouts. So it's a great opportunity for people within your troop with registered girls to help. Now, if they're not registered, they should be with their own child and not count in the safety-wise ratio if there's other girls that are there. So that's just a thing to remember. If it's their own child, it's completely fine, but they can't then be managing other girls if they're not registered. Jill, I will check on you with the special permission form. I will get back to you on that. I'm not sure of that answer. Okay, thank you so much. And like always, if you have questions, let us know. We're happy to help. And we're so thankful for you for taking the time to help families learn about Girl Scouts this summer at Kroger. Have a great night.